Sometimes I wonder about ghosts. What are they? Do they exist? If they do, what do they want? I often reflect on these questions. Although I've never seen a ghost or anything of the sort, I do have one paranormal experience that I'd like to share with you that hasn't given me any answers on the topic, but many, many more questions. About 3 years ago when I was 19, my cousin Allison moved to my town in Kingston, Ontario. We weren't exactly close when we were younger. We'd see each other at family reunions and other activities, but when she moved into town, we started spending quite a bit of time together. Both being young adults now, she had rented an apartment in the old side of town. She lived with her friend Sierra, and they were pretty close friends for the longest time. One night, we were all a little bored, and not being able to find much else to do, we decided that it would be wicked to play a game of Ouija. We actually didn't have a board, so we decided to make one. Now, to those of you who want to play but are in the same boat as I was, take notes because I'm about to explain to you the best way to make one. Hell, it worked for me. Allison had a glass coffee table. This is, in hindsight, a big portion of making your own, because it actually makes it a little more comfortable for the ghost or spirit to point directly to the letter they are attempting to choose. But I'm sure it would work just fine with a wooden one. Now what we did is we wrote the alphabet on post-it notes. Each individual letter was designated with its own corresponding note. We also did this with the numbers 0 through 9. We taped all 36 notes in an oval shape underneath the coffee table so that they wouldn't be disturbed by the movements of our pointer. We then labeled 3 notes with the words yes, no, and goodbye, and placed them in the middle of the circle. We didn't have a proper pointer, so we used a shot glass. I mean, come on, I was 19 and we had more shot glasses than wits. They were everywhere. As good a pointer as any, I suppose. Then, for the sake of the ritual, we decided to set up 13 candles in a circle. I wholeheartedly didn't believe that anything was going to happen. At this point in my life, I was pretty closed-minded. And to be completely honest, I was planning on moving the thing myself to scare the girls. What can I say? I'm a bit of a dick. After lighting the candles, extinguishing all the lights, and unplugging any electronics that illuminated any portion of the room, our ritual was set to begin. Sierra decided to be the scribe. That's the person who writes down whatever is being spelled out. Apparently it can be rather quick sometimes when the spirit wants to get across an important message. Not like I believed anything was going to happen, but I thought it was a good idea anyways. Plus, I think Allison read somewhere that it's better with just 2 people. It was decided that I would be the one doing all the talking. Fine by me. If you can't tell by my narrations, in real life I'm a bit eccentric and love talking. Hell, I'll admit it. Plus, this would make it easier for me to freak them out. I started out by saying in a low, ominous voice, "If there's any spirit that wishes to communicate with us, we are here to listen. We are good souls. We wish to know what is keeping you on this plane of existence. Please, move the glass to yes if you wish to tell us about yourself." Nothing happened for what felt like forever. Fine by me. I was about to pull off the greatest act since Haley Joel Osment in The Sixth Sense. Then, it moved. It fucking moved. For real. I knew it wasn't Allison because of the petrified look on her face. I think I mirrored her image. I don't think either of us was expecting anything to happen. I was, for the first time in my life, unable to speak. Then it came back to me. I was supposed to be the one doing the talking. So I did. I asked it a question. "What is your name?" Sure as shit, it moved immediately. Muriel. "Hello, Muriel. I'm David, and this is Allison. It's nice to meet you." "Muriel, what year were you born in?" 1-8-6-1. 1861. That's a long time ago. Muriel, can you tell me what year you died? 1-8-8-1. I'm really sorry to hear you died at such a young age. Muriel, were you married? O-N-C-E. Once. I'm not sure what you mean. What was your husband's name? B-A-S-T-A-R-D. I was a bit taken back by this. I had to think for a minute before I asked my next question. Muriel, what year were you married? 1, 8, 7, 6. 15 years old, I remember thinking to myself. 15. That's awfully young by today's standards, but I suppose it was a different world back then. Muriel, did you have any children? As soon as the last word left my mouth, the shot glass rapidly moved to goodbye. I left my fingers on the glass for a moment. I tried to get out one last question before she left us, but it wasn't really a question though, more of a statement. I'm sorry, Muriel. It seems as though you don't want to talk about it. Would you like to talk about something else instead? Then, just as rapidly as the last time she moved the damn thing, she started shooting it all across the table, seemingly randomly choosing letters and numbers. I started saying aloud what she was trying to get across so that Sierra would be able to write them down. Z-A-K-B-I-Y 7704525A4G48HJ02496B. Then, back to goodbye. Muriel, I'm sorry if we've upset. The glass moved in a small circular motion, never leaving the post-it note for goodbye. It seemed as though she just wanted to go. I don't know much about being a spirit, but I decided to drop talking to this thing altogether. Goodbye, I said. And that was it. No answers, nothing. I'll admit, it was pretty fucking scary. I know my heart was beating a mile a minute at this point. And Allison looked completely terrified. We blew out the candles and turned on the lights. We were all a bit shaky. None of us had ever experienced anything like that before. I asked Sierra to see the notebook she was scribing in. She had recorded everything that was said. After we settled down a bit and talked it over, I grabbed Allison's laptop. I opened up Google and typed in the 26 characters into the search bar, typing them into quotations so that the relevance would come up looking to find a page using only that exact combination of letters and numbers. I may as well have clicked I'm feeling lucky, because it only came up with one result. I clicked on the link, and oh god, I wish I hadn't. It was pictures of children, bloody and tied up. I didn't stick around to investigate. I remember my gag reflex kicking in once I realized what the fuck I was looking at. I closed the browser immediately. I think I know why Muriel's husband was a bastard. I think I know why she no longer wanted to talk to us. But like I said at the beginning of the story, I only have more questions.